This podcast may contain adult language, adult situations, spoilers, and some brief nudity, so parental guidance is suggested.
We have such sights to show you.
After about 5 minutes of this movie, you're gonna wish you had 10 beers.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Oh, well. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-la, yeah.
Welcome back to the Cinema Recall Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cinema Recall Podcast. I am the Vern. Thank you so much for watching or listening, whatever you're doing. It is time once again for another random thoughts of a movie Insomniac. This is the show where I talk about the movies that I saw either at home or in theaters. I saw a bunch of great movies in theaters, but right now I'm going to just dive into what I got at my local half-price books because I've got some really cool DVDs to share with you right now. Right on the bat here, I was able to pick up the DVD copy of Talking Heads Stop Making Sense. I know there's an A24 4K Blu-ray set, but that shit's like over $100. And this right here was only $15. So yeah, I picked up the DVD because, hey, it still has commentary tracks from Jonathan Demme and for the members of the Talking Heads, and that's cool. It has like songs that were not featured. It's in 5.1 sound, so yeah, it may not be 4K, but you know what? I have TVs that are 720p, so you know what? Screw it. I got the DVD, and it looks amazing. Now, A24, if you want to send me your copy of Stop Making Sense, I would gladly review it on the show. I just don't have the funds to spend on it. So yeah, right now I got the DVD and it's still good. Another thing that I did pick up from Criterion, mind you, is the Beastie Boys. It's their music videos. You know, they have Sabotage and Sure Shot, Gratitude, Intergalactic, all they're great. What makes this DVD so cool, the Beastie Boys, is that it has the original tracks, plus it has the remixes. It has like the remixes, and that is so cool. Plus, it also has different angles. So you could be watching the video and you can be like, hey, for example, in the Intergalactic music video, they have an angle that's just on the scientists aboard the ship. And then you have another angle where it's the Beastie Boys in like construction gear flying around everywhere. They have an angle with just the sci-fi creatures fighting each other. Just fun stuff right there. Yeah. And I don't think they released this shit on 4K or Blu-ray. So yeah, I got this DVD at half price butch for a great price. All right, moving on. American Graffiti is the feature from George Lucas before he made Star Wars, produced by Francis Ford Coppola. Ron Howard is in this, Harrison Ford, and it's the day in the life of 60s teenagers during the last day of school. And if you've seen Dazed and Confused, this is a good movie to go along with it. It's a vibe movie. It's a hangout movie. And I gotta say, a lot of fun. I didn't think I would enjoy American Graffiti like I did. And yes, I know there's a 4K version out there, but I found this for really cheap, like no more than like $5-6. Like I said before, MCA Universal, if you want to help sponsor the show and send me some 4K discs, I would gladly review them on the channel here. So yeah, I enjoyed American Graffiti very much. And then my last, a couple more DVDs to show you here. I picked up Blade Runner 2049 because I enjoyed it very much. Bought it for $5. I'm like, why not? I think Denis Villeneuve does a really good job with continuing the Blade Runner universe. And as far as legacy sequels go, this is one of my favorites. I think Ryan Gosling is great. I think Ana de Armas is so good. She is like heartbreakingly good in this movie. Harrison Ford is also great. Harrison Ford is better in Blade Runner 2049 than he is in Star Wars The Force Awakens. So yeah, I absolutely love Blade Runner very much. And then I got a couple things here to show from my last pick. On Blu-ray, I found Frankenhooker Frankenhooker, Frank Hendelatter's classic about a man who wants to rebuild his girlfriend after she gets chopped up by a lawnmower, and he does so by using the parts of sex workers. It's funny, it's great. Patty Mullins in the title character is so good. Her facial gestures, her body movements is something that I think all actors should study. She is absolutely just great. Just sells a performance. And I know this probably is like her only role that she's done is this, but damn, she is so good. And I definitely want to check out the commentary track from star James Lorenz and director Frank Hendelotter to get some more details about this. But yeah, Frankenhooker. I love it. All right. And then another thing I picked up on Blu-ray, I'm so excited to pick this up. I picked up Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Stanley Kubrick's classic satire on Cold War paranoia, and I feel like this movie is still relevant even to this day. And I picked up this edition because, okay, at Half Price Books, they had this and the Blu-ray next to each other. And I picked up this because, look at this. I had like all these like great photos and articles about Kubrick and about Peter Sellers and all these other great pictures on here. And there's a lot of great documentaries about the differences between Doctor Strangelove and Red Alert, the book that it was based on. Plus, it talks about how Kubrick wanted to make this before Red Alert because Sidney Lumet, the director of Red Alert, wanted to have his version come out first, but Kubrick won and his version. And there's a lot of great factoids about the making of Doctor Strangelove, which I really love, and it has a nice little booklet here. So, plus, it's still Blu-ray, and I know the main reason why I did not pick up the Blu-ray because, like, literally, they were next to each other. I picked up this Blu-ray because it was $12 and the Criterion Blu-ray was $20. So it's for budgetary reasons, folks. I picked up this one. All right. Now, last DVD I have here is really kind of a cool one. I have Only Fanes. Only Fanes is from Paul Raisdale and Angelica Diallo. They are the same cats who made Murder Size and Slasherette Party, Streets of Vengeance, and they really love old films, like classic 90s, late 80s, 90s cinema. The stuff you would see on like the Last Drive-In and Up All Night. In fact, they were recently on Rhonda Shear's podcast on the Up All Night Network, and that was a lot of fun. I got a chance to interview both the directors of this for their feature Murder Size. Go check that out. I'll probably post links in the show notes where you can at least listen to that episode. So very cool. But yeah, this new feature is about a group of vampires who team up with these conspiracy theorists or whatnot to launch a site where fans can hang out with their favorite vampires. And it's a great satire comedy about fans' obsession with their favorite stars. And I think it's absolutely great. I love the cast in this. Kansas Bolin, Jessa Flutz, August Chris, or Kiss. And we also have Little Puck is in this gorgeous Little Puck. August Chris, gorgeous as well. Nina Lenny Kent, just great. It's got sexy woman vampires. What more could I want? Plus, look at that. I got the poster signed in the back by a bunch of cast members there. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, but whenever these cats make a new movie, I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to support this. I'm so glad I donated to their Kickstarter campaign to get this, and very cool. I don't have it on Blu-ray because I like this artwork here. I do. I will probably get the Blu-ray soon, or maybe I'll get the VHS version. Who knows? All right, so that is what I have right now for the DVDs. Now, I got a chance to see some movies in theaters, and the first one that I'm going to be talking about is one that is probably been seen as like the most critically acclaimed horror movie in years, and that is Obsession. Let's watch a TV spot.
Obsession. I made a wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the world.
I love you so much. It's weird how you two are dating all of a sudden.
I would like to cancel a wish. We don't really do that.
Obsession. Rated R. Only in theaters May 15th with special engagements in Dolby.
All right. So Obsession is a new movie from Curry Baker, and it's about this guy named Bear who has a crush on his best friend, but he's too shy to tell her how he really feels. And so one night he's around this little thrift store and he finds this little device called the One Wish Willow, and he makes a wish. And after he does so, his friend Nikki becomes really into him, like creepily into him. And I think this movie is absolutely great. It is both extremely tense and scary, but also extremely funny. It's like obsessively really funny. Indy Navarrete, who plays Nikki in this, I think she should be up for an Oscar. I think she's really good. I like Michael Johnston as Bear because here's a guy where I can kind of identify with him slightly there. Because we always had that, one friend that we were like obsessed with and we didn't know how to tell them. Luckily, I've always had friends that kind of told me right off the bat that, hey, we're just friends. I love you that way. And I'm totally fine with that. So yeah, identify somewhat with that there. But yeah, great performances all around. And he essentially is the villain in this because he made this wish where she is not in control of her emotions. Obsession reminds me of Ruby Sparks. And if you've never seen Ruby Sparks, I recommend it. Different version of it. Ruby Sparks is about a writer who invents a fictional character who he can control through his words. And in Obsession, it's just with the wish. Plus, Ruby Sparks is a rom-com. It's a lighthearted rom-com. It's from the same cast who made Little Miss Sunshine. So with Paul Dano's in this movie, and Zoe Kazan is in this one. Great movie. But yeah, I think both Obsession and that kind of form similar things together with it. There's some tense moments that happen. Going back to Indy Navarrete. Okay, so changing subjects here. I've heard that they are going to be doing a remake of Possession. And it's going to be directed by the same person who made the Smile series. And they want to cast Margaret Qualley in there. Now, I think Margaret Qualley is great. And I have nothing against Margaret Qualley at all. I think she would do a great job. But I'm going to play you two scenes here. All right. I am going to play you a clip from Obsession with Indy Navarrete. And then I'm going to be playing you a clip from Possession with Isabelle Adjani. And I want you to watch these both because I think Indy Navarrete would be a better pick for the remake of Possession than Margaret Qualley. Nothing against Margaret Qualley. I think she'll do a great job. But if you just watch the acting ability that our good, wonderful actor Indy Navarrete have in Obsession, you will see. So I'm going to play the clip from Obsession first, and then I'll be back to play the clip from Possession.
Bear, I love you so, 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 so much. I don't think I could live without you.
You love me more than anyone in the world?
Yes, more than anyone.
Nikki,
Yeah?
does your dad really have cancer?
No. No, no, no.
What?
No, no.
are. It's okay. We are.
All right. So I had to play that quick clip right there. Wonderful acting from her. Just absolutely just wonderful acting. And then I gotta compare that right now with the clip from Possession. All right, here we go.
Where were you?
I wrote you I was at Margie's.
That's not true. I spoke to her.
I was with him.
It's not true either. I saw him. I may stink from him, but he's not lying.
I was with Brent.
Who?
You, Brent!
I'll check.
Yes, check.
Why did you leave last night?
Leave me alone!
But you said you went to France.
Why are you nagging me? Can't you just let me be?
I did a perfect piece if you never came back.
Here's my son,
Don't try to tell me that you care about him all that much. He didn't stop you from breaking us up. If you really thought about him, you'd give a thought to us, for Christ's sake.
I do!
No, you don't. You think about buying him a pair of shoes, about making him a snack, about telling him a bedtime story. But if you really thought about him, you'd think about us.
Right. You're always right. But it's difficult, don't you understand? It is difficult. I didn't want it to happen, but it happened, and now. But don't you come any closer?
Anna, it's me.
But don't you understand? You disgust me. I can't stand you touching me. You make me.
Yeah. So if you've seen Obsession and you know the screams that Indy Navarrete has in that movie, how can you not think that she would not be perfect in the Isabelle Adjani role in Possession? Now, I'm not a fan of them remaking that movie. I'd much rather have them just release a 4K version of that. But if they are, the obvious choice would be to have Indy Navarrete play that role. So I decided to just share that really quickly there because I was so impressed with her role in this because she has that fine line between being very disturbingly scary, but also it's comedically funny in parts. Plus, she is the victim in this, and she plays a woman that's trapped inside this other person's body. She can't seem to control their actions. Meanwhile, we have Michael Johnston as Bear, who wants to have his friend back, but also he's like, hey, I've got this girl and she loves me for the first time in my life. I'm finally with someone. And just the way that everything unravels and changes. Yeah, very big fan of Obsession. That was such a great movie. Highly recommend it. I did see Backrooms, but I'm not going to talk about it here because I fell asleep while watching it, and I felt bad, but to me, the movie just ran too slow. I know a lot of people really love this, and I will give it a better watch later on, but I don't feel right actually reviewing it if it put me to sleep, and several times it put me to sleep. I think Coraline is a much scarier movie than Backrooms. From what I saw, people run around hallways, weird things happening, and then I saw puppet creatures near the end. I'm like, the puppet creatures in Backrooms remind me very much of the creatures in Coraline. And plus, when I did see Chiwetel Ejiofor's character in the pirate mask walking around, I just kept thinking about the SpongeBob SquarePants in there. So yeah, Backrooms is one I'll have to watch out later. Didn't get a chance to watch it. Another somewhat horror film that I was able to see was the movie Scary Movie 6. Let's go watch the trailer.
Should be heard. I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
I think all white people are racist anyway. Oh.
You haven't aged a day. You've aged like a million days. That's this many, right?
Yeah, your fingers smell like genitals. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. You moved.
Ghostface eliminated.
He stabbed her.
My pronouns are they, them. He stabbed them.
Scary Movie, June 5th.
All right. So the new Scary Movie brings back the original cast from the first two movies. Anna Faris, Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, yeah, Regina Hall, and the story kind of copies what happens in Scream 5 and Scream 6. Now Cindy Campbell has a daughter, and her friend Tuesday are being hunted by Ghostface, and it just kind of tells that story in the Scream franchise. But then it adds on other parodies of movies such as Sinners and The Substance and Get Out, and it's fine. It has some funny sketches. I won't lie. There are some moments that made me laugh out pretty loud, including a parody of the Michael biopic and K-pop Demon Hunters and other movies. And for me, the new scary movie is like watching SNL, where you'll have sketches that are very good and sketches that are not so good, and then sketches that are just downright terrible. So, is it as good as the other ones? No, not really. It's definitely better than Scary Movie 4 and 5. I will give it that. But for me, in the franchise of scary movies, it goes 1, 3, 2, this new one, and then probably four, five. I've not seen the fourth and fifth one in a long time, so I can't decide which is the worst of those two. So it's great that they brought back all our, characters from the first two movies. They're back in this, and it's great. I like the cameo from Tiana Taylor in the beginning of this. In fact, that you had Regina Hall in this and Tiana Taylor, I can't believe they did not put Paul Thomas Anderson in this in like a cameo appearance in there. I thought that would be really kind of funny if they did. So I mean, you will not hate your time watching it, but you can probably wait till this is streaming on Paramount Plus before you really need to watch in theaters. Now, a movie that I really wish more people saw in theaters, and I can't believe they didn't do this. I really wish that more people, would have saw the I Love Boosters, and I'm going to play a trailer from that right now.
Get me out of here. Hey. Get me out of here.
What's wrong? You talking in your sleep again?
Christy Smith is giving it
Because your design didn't win?
Mine was too weird to win. When I'm designing, I feel like I'm touching the world. Christy Smith stole my design. Gotta get it back for that.
Is there a mistake with the checks?
Mine's is 38.
You're silencing me? Your dismissive language just shut down my very thoughtful explanation. Please read the sign.
Look, you hate Christy Smith. We hate Christy Smith. I have a plan. Together, we empty out every single metro designer in the Bay Area. Grab them wigs. I feel like I should have it all. It's mine anyway.
All you boosters just take.
Like you.
It's all gone. It's not even that yellow in here anymore.
All right. I Love Boosters is a new film from Boots Riley, the same guy who did Sorry to Bother You, and is about these fashion designers who find out, one of them is run by Kiki Palmer, who finds out that Demi Moore's character has stolen her design, so her and her friends decide to go to all the stores that are owned by Demi Moore's character and steal them back. And I don't think I really understand everything about the story in this movie. I won't lie, because it does lead into a lot of like political aspects that I'm not quite familiar with. But the level and detail of the set design and the cinematography alone by Natasha Brer, who also shot the Neon Demon, is absolutely just wonderful. I think this movie is absolutely inventive. The way it uses a lot of like in-camera techniques and use of colors, like I said before, is just absolutely just wonderfully insane stuff. This is probably by far one of the most creative movies that I've come out this year so far. So I know I mentioned T.T. Palmer and Demi Moore. We got Lakeith Stanfield in this, Poppy Lou, Will Poulter, Eliza Gonzalez. Yeah, just great cast and just wild, wacky stuff. This is a movie that when I watch in theaters, I could tell that a lot of people left because they were not quite understanding it. Because, yeah, it is a weird environment. There are sets that are slanted. There's a soul sucking demon that sucks the soul out of a woman when he's going down on her. It is just wild stuff, and it's just so inventive. And I love movies that just take chances to become inventive. It's just absolutely just crazy stuff, and I, for one, loved every moment of I Love Boosters. Even though I did not quite understand the story, I will watch it again. Sometimes I was just overblown by the crazy visuals and that, and for me, that's enough to give it a recommendation. So yeah, I love Boosters. I love you. All right, Boost Riley, make more stuff. I don't care what it is because I was a huge fan of Sorry to Bother You. And yes, does this also do a lot of like crazy stuff like that movie did? Hell yes. Hell yes, I Love Boosters does go crazy very much like Sorry to Bother You. Sorry to Bother You. I Love Boosters. Great stuff. Bruce Riley is wonderful. All right. Next up here, I have the trailer for Over Your Dead Body. Enjoy.
Wakey, wakey. What's going on? Curious about these. You were gonna cut me up. You can't even touch raw meat.
All you do is criticize me!
You are possessed!
It seems like you guys have some marital issues.
All right. Over Your Dead Body has Jason Segel and Samara Weaving as a couple who are going away for this trip out to the country. They're going to relax. They're going to try to reconcile their marriage. And then we find out that they are both trying to kill each other. And their plans of trying to kill one another are thwarted when a bunch of criminals show up with Timothy Oliphant and Juliette Lewis. This is a remake of a Norwegian film with Noomi Rapace called The Trip that follows the same plot. And honestly, both are very good. I've seen the original, saw the remake, and it's hard to say which I liked more because this is the Over Your Dead Body is an English language remake. And I know a lot of people will get upset that it is an English language remake, but they do make some slight subtle changes. Plus, we have it from the same director, I think, of the new Naked Gun, at least one of the writers of it for sure. Definitely part of the whole Lonely Island team, which I did not write the name of him down. Joaquin, something like that. I liked very much this. I think I will say this though. If you are into like gore and splatter stuff, you are probably going to enjoy Over Your Dead Body more. And look, I liked Noomi Rapace in the original. I thought she did a great job, but I think Samara Weaving just does more. She just does more with her character than I think Noomi Rapace does. And Samara Weaving's not afraid to get her hands dirty. I mean, she was in the Ready or Not series, folks, all right? So she's not afraid to have gore on her. I ain't not seen much gore in the original. Now, the original, they had three men. I think the three men are a little bit more menacing than the Timothy Oliphant and Juliette Lewis in the remake. Yeah, I think that they're good. Juliette Lewis goes a little bit too overboard at some moments where she becomes kind of cartoonish. Yeah, overall, I think it's a fun movie. I can't believe more people didn't see it. I think a lot of people are going to wait till it's streaming, and I'm pretty sure once it is, you should go check it out because it's a lot of fun, and I really heavily enjoyed that feature. I'm going to end out the episode by playing for you a review of a movie I saw with my sister. Now, I also did review a movie with my nephew. We did see the new Mortal Kombat 2, and I have a written review of Mortal Kombat 2 on the website, cinemarecall.net. I recorded my review with my nephew on Mortal Kombat 2, but something happened to the file and I lost it. So him and I are probably going to do a double episode reviewing Mortal Kombat 2 and the new Masters of the Universe. So we're going to do those. But I'm going to close out the show right now, and I'm going to play for you my sister and I's review of Billie Eilish's new feature here. Thank you so much for listening and subscribing to Cinema Recall Podcast. You can find us on all social media apps. We are on Blue Sky, we're on Threads, we're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And yeah, please check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cinema Recall Pod. Over on our podcast app page, I am going to be having our audio review with Kerry Mondragon, the director of Wetico. He's going to be on there. I'm also on the audio page going to be posting behind the scenes footage of the Reservoir Dogs audio drama with Leona Zolata and Jay Lancella. Thank you very much for watching, subscribing, all that good stuff there. And I will check you later, right? Now enjoy our review we have, okay? Bye.
I want to feel like it's me and them.
You love that.
I love that.
I want to be the artist that I would want to be a fan of.
This is gonna blow people's minds. We're using tech that's never been used before.
You want to have some fun? If you're watching this, I hope you feel safe and free to be yourself. Love you guys so much.
I am sitting here right now with my sister, Heather Hemmon Hayes. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
Welcome to Random Thoughts of a Movie Insomniac.
Thank you.
Cinema Recall here. So we went to a press screening of Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft.
Yes, correct.
And in 3D.
In 3D.
Yes.
Yeah.
How was the 3D experience for you?
I loved the 3D experience. It reminded me a lot of gosh, it's been about several years. We went to Disney World with the kids.
Sure.
And they had some rides that was a spectacular 3D. And I thought it was even better than that.
Really? Whoa, very cool. So yeah, the movie is Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, directed by James Cameron, who did The Abyss, Titanic, Terminator 2, a whole bunch of other great features, Avatar. Yeah. Tell me what you thought about the 3D experience of that.
Some of my favorite moments with the 3D was it felt like you were actually like either in the audience watching the concert or you were even on stage. You got to see some of the behind her moments, the things that actually goes on.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Okay.
Sometimes it was a little annoying because like the crowd would jump up in front of you.
Okay.
And it was so real. I was like, I wanted to say like, move, get out of the way. I'm trying to watch the show. But it was the 3D and like, I thought it was a really cool effect.
Okay. Yeah. It was for me, having a Billie Eilish concert is not that strange of an idea because a lot of stars have like concert movies.
Right.
And they release them. The strange thing is having Academy Award winning director James Cameron direct a concert movie. When I feel like anyone can kind of do a concert movie. And when watching it, now I'm not expecting any big like heavy special effects or anything like that there too. But it just felt weird that James Cameron would be involved with this.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not an expert on James Cameron, but he's done so many like blockbuster films that I would imagine this is just another genre for him to experiment and with the camera settings and how things work.
Sure.
You know, I would imagine he's always trying to create new things and invent new ways uh, to explore movie making through the camera, and this was a different way of doing that.
Almost like trying to like test out
Yeah,
certain feature things
I mean,
there. Okay. Yeah. I mean, technically it was great. I for me, the concert itself was fine. I just said this, and I said this in my written review. I kind of wish there were more up dancey dance songs type right there.
Okay.
Than what I got, which really it does show Billie Eilish's vocal range.
Yeah.
And she's a wonderful singer. But a lot of times it was like ballad after another ballad. And maybe I'm just not the demographic for that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm not a Billie Eilish expert. I mean, I know a lot of her songs. I don't know a lot about her. I know her and her brother work together, and
Yeah.
she has an amazing voice.
Yeah.
And I recognized majority of the songs. She's not really a dancey type artist.
No.
And usually for a live show, I'm, as a former dancer, I like shows that have a lot of dance and movement in it. And the fact that she used the whole space and it was entertaining, she didn't really have any dance breaks, which normally I would be like, that's what I want to see is more dancing.
Sure.
The fact that I was still entertained by her presence and her vocal range and the connection she had with her crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very entertaining. And getting back to James Cameron, I don't know exactly what his role in this was, but I mean, besides directing, but I'm not sure if it was, I think it was a combination of her talent and his talent, and the 3D combined really made this interesting.
I think what she did is she said, "Hey, James, I have this idea for this song of where I'm going to be on stage.
Right.
And what my band's going to do." And then James Cameron's like, "Yeah, we can put a camera here." There's like one element where she does like pop out of a box.
And I guess that's a thing she's known for doing. That's a really big thing that she does this jump up thing. So
between the songs, it's mostly just an interview conversation between Billie Eilish and James Cameron.
See, I think because I was expecting to be 100% concert film.
Yeah.
Like the little behind the scenes that we got, I think were kind of a bonus for me, but I could see if you were going in there thinking it's going to be behind the scenes and concert, you'd want more of the behind the scenes because there wasn't as much behind the scenes as there was concert footage. But as far as like the other concert films that I've seen, this was like really neat because it felt like you were really there. You weren't just watching it on a screen.
Sure.
So if you're going just a concert film, this would be a really cool experience.
I think there's a little bit too much fan reactions in the movie right there, like you said before. There's a little bit just too much of that.
That got a little annoying sometimes. Yeah, but
and I think I mentioned this too after we got done watching this. I saw everyone with like a cell phone, and how cool it would be to actually incorporate that footage. In fact, if you go onto YouTube, there actually is people's footage of cell phone cameras showing the concerts.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be great if like James Cameron or they had some sort of app where it just showed everyone's shot of Billie Eilish on stage using cell phones. The Beastie Boys, they did a concert where they had everyone shoot the footage on their cameras and phones.
Yeah.
And they sent their footage to the email address for Beastie Boys. And that's how they present the concerts.
Wow.
They had like, these different shots from people in the crowd, in the stands.
Wow. That's a lot of things you can do like marketing wise with that too.
Yeah.
Keep people engaged in the concert.
No. Otherwise, I thought it was a good enough concert. I had nothing spectacular. I was like, oh my, like this concert didn't make me want to go out and see her other songs.
No, I enjoyed it. It made me like her music a little bit more.
I do that.
I was always I was never not a fan. There were songs I didn't even really realize were her songs until I saw her perform them. I'm like, oh, I like that song.